Hey everyone, it has been a long time, and for that you have my apologies. We've recently moved. Things haven't gone as smoothly as we'd hoped, so as things stand, I do not have a games room set up. So I figured I'd jump on the PC though, get OBS set back up, just check how well internet seems to work, buffering, get settings ready for when I may finally be able to get a game in. But figured let's start looking at some digital games, just to get back into the routine of me setting aside some time to do these streams. What better way than what really I think caught a lot of people's attention for my stream, which was Gloomhaven. It is on Steam. It's a very different type of game than the board game. It doesn't follow the same scenarios. I believe this campaign, which isn't unlocked yet, will be the board game campaign, but at the moment it's got a few different modes. So the Guildmaster mode, it's like a free adventure. Let's just turn that music down a little. I have a feeling it's going to be a little loud there. That should hopefully be alright. Yeah, it's sort of linked scenarios, but quite free form. I have played this a long time ago in early access. Yeah, so long ago it looks like my save no longer exists in an accessible format, so I expect it to be pretty different. The difficulty setting, unless they've changed it. Okay, I think maybe they have. Yeah, it used to be, I think hard or insane was actually the board game settings, but now they look to have implemented pretty similar settings to the board game itself. So at easy, you're playing one level lower, you can go one higher or two higher. Okay. Let's go for the Guild of Misadventurers. Too long. That seems a pretty restrictive. Guild name. The Misadventurers then. Shared gold. You can't take board game settings where each mercenary manages their own gold at the moment. Let's just go for the story intro. Know the mechanics of the game. Experience the initial story and puzzle quests. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. So I think I've got it set up. If someone does drop a comment in chat, that it will come up on my screen on top of my game. But I will tab over to OBS and just check in case I haven't got those settings right. So do feel free, drop a message. Be good to say hi to some people. So, great work getting through the basic training missions. Excellent, nailed it. We were pros. Allow me to introduce you to the third member of the guild. He ain't much of a fighter. Not all of us particularly care to be expert at stabbing people. Greetings, I'm the humble merchant of your fledgling guild. Okay, so actually I think this is quite a different game mode to what I've played previously. We didn't have any guild as such, no merchant. I do like how the aesthetic is very similar to the map that you get in the board game. The stickers that you can place on them definitely keeps that feel. That's a nice aesthetic to keep between them. I'm hoping very soon to get hold of Jaws of the Lion. Maybe with limited space that will be a game I can actually stream. We need to get some mercenaries on roster. Let's recruit the poor old brute. Oh no, not the brute. Okay, so I am recruit the brute to the guild. How does one go about recruiting? Travel. I think the brute is one of the starting characters I really get on the least with. Just he's fine, it's just a little basic. Let's begin looking more closely at what each individual character can do. In this scenario, Brute has 2 level 1 living bone elites to deal with, which means their stats will be greater than their level 0 counterparts. Monster stats are combined with the base ability card draw. Okay, I'm pretty certain I said we knew the basics, but both have an innate shield, prevents damage from attacks. Your objectives: kill a living bone using an attack with Pierce, apply some shield, use the minor healing potion to survive the round. Okay, so as you can see, we are just in a 1-room dungeon. It's quite a nice look to the game. You swivel camera around. He is an imposing fella, the brute, isn't he? But just the attention to little details around on the floor, but it still maintains quite a clear aesthetic. Yeah, 1 hit point, he's definitely in trouble. So what do we have? We've got shield 1 south. Can we see what their attack ability is? I'm sure generally we can see. This is obviously the one we need to kill. So if we're using the bottom action, the shield as it wants us to, we've got the attack with Pierce, that would be our other option. I think we have to use... Okay, so we want to go first. So first card selected gives our initiative up at the top here. And then it's going to have to be trample for that Pierce. Okay, now we can see their card. Okay, the fact the guy at the start had told us they were doing this attack where they target 1 made me think the action for them had already been locked in. Alright, so we are going first. We're on a 15. Let's use our potion though, so we are healing ourselves. Very guttural. Okay, so let's go for the attack. And shield ourselves. We will just receive the damage. Oh, we've got a shield, we can take no damage. Nice. Kill the remaining living bones. Good luck, he's a tanky one. The old push and trap combo, he does seem to be set up nicely. So we're going to need a short rest. And lose the shield bash. Where's push? Here we go. We're going to need this. If we want to make sure we're definitely going first, we'll take spare dagger. Well, not definitely going first, but gives us our best chance of going first on a 27. It's a 3 damage trap, so it will definitely kill us, but we can use the bottom action of Spare Dagger as an attack too as well. But more than likely we will just pick up a coin. We have +2 boots. 45. I'm presuming the deck is stacked in such a way it's not a random draw. They won't get their initiative card that comes out before you and ruins it, but nice. And then push back there. And you can always select the basic abilities just like that, so we can move onto 1 coin, skip the remaining movement, and end our turn. We have the Brute. Okay, so it's just a one room little training. Our reward is the Brute. The Brute sure can soak up damage well, but he's not the most mobile. Well, he's not the worst. I believe he does have a jump ability, which is better than a lot of them have. I don't like the fact that they seem to imply that he is designed to be a damage sponge. I mean, I think one of the real niceties with Gloomhaven is how the classes do shake off the old tank DPS healer role, and you can sort of mould each one to fill those roles a little without necessarily having to think, oh great, I am just here in the party to heal you while you do all the fun stuff. Let's just have a quick check if we've had any. We did have a message, it didn't pop up. Chat box. Sure, okay. Forget where I had this set up now to. I've changed OBS software. I guess since I'm playing around with settings, I would try Streamlabs. That's why things look a little different to previously. So forgive me, I'm a little uncertain as to where things are. Yeah, I'm not sure why that didn't pop up on top of the screen. No, I'll try and keep an eye on that. Okay, so she's in the process of liberating some gold right now. Let's lend a hand. So we're off to find the scoundrel. Trainer points you in the direction of a ruined crypt on the outskirts of town. Dead bandits litter the area, with many knives still embedded in their corpses. It's clear that they didn't see their attacker coming. Enemies, just bandit archers in here. Yeah, the scoundrel is definitely someone who can deal good damage when things line up just perfectly. Kill 3 archers this round before they attack. Okay, so we've got our swift bow, I presume, or we're going to pull and do the shoot targeting 2. Shoot targeting 2 and then, yeah, pull. Man, it's been a while since I've played Gloomhaven, but it's nice to know I still remember what their ability cards are. So attack 2, yeah. The game is not going to mess us about too much. Let's go for that. So attack targeting 2. One of the interface issues I had when it was still very early in its development was sometimes selecting multiple individuals or area of effect attacks was quite awkward how it interacted, and sometimes you'd think you're selecting a couple of people and then it just attacks one. And quite often that can be the difference between whether you're finishing a scenario or not. Hopefully the sound's not too loud. I did turn it down, but it does still come across to me particularly loud, so I think we can, yeah, so you can click each one to dictate the path if its suggested one isn't quite right. But that does the job just as well. Loot at least 5 piles of gold this round. Okay, so loot 1. Loot 2. And that was in the loot 2. No. So, thieving knives and quick hands for the movement. Skip the attack. Loot all the goodies. And end the turn. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's still making us go through this. This is very basic learn to play the game, but okay, so this sounds like it's going to actually be toss a coin to your hangman, unlock the Gibbet Hill trade route. Okay, let's travel there. So it looks like we should have 2 scenarios. Yeah. Yeah, the aesthetic of travel is how it used to be. You'd get those little waypoints when you know something's going to happen. So the road is deserted as you make your way towards Gibbet Hill. Trading in the area has effectively stopped for many months now, with so few daring to venture along the main highways. As you make your way along the trail, wending its way? Okay, I'm not familiar with wending as a verb for that. Winding its way through a wooded grove, the crack of a twig snapping underfoot pierces the silence. You hear rustling in the undergrowth, getting louder as its source makes its way towards you. Okay. First proper fight. Looks like 2 clearings with a couple of bandits each. Remember what I've taught you. Choose formation, yeah. You can press tab to highlight them. Oh, okay, that's really nice. Yes, that is a very good inclusion. So, we've got gold at the back there and a door. Yeah, just make out this other room behind. Okay, let's... I mean, we're just wanting to run in at these archers, so let's just start as close as we can. 1, 2, 3. If adjacent to any of your allies, how fast does he go? Attack and disarm. Attack at range. Yeah, see, move 3 jump, that's pretty good. I thought he had another one as well. So we can push him onto the trap. But we'd need a range. Yes, let's do that. So we won't be adjacent. We can get up here, push him, and shoot him. 4, 5, 6, so go move 6. We can get to this back fella. And poison him, that sounds good. They're going in between, they're going to create a hex. Trap, that might be problematic, but probably not. We're going down to here. And poison. Nice. Okay, I'm surprised the trap went there. Because it should be placing the trap in an adjacent empty hex closest to an enemy, which is us here. So this route would have been 2 away. Down here, it's 3 away. Why did the trap go here? This hex or this hex is where it should have gone. But not to worry. We can move to here and push 1, 2. And they're dead, which unfortunately this guy is still out of range, so we will have to skip the attack. So move 3. Do we have anything to set up? No, let's just loot. Scoundrel. We could go invisible and move on to the door and get ready for the next turn. Let's just we save smoke bomb. Let's just move 2 and disable the trap for the 2 XP. That's pretty good for early experience. We're not really in any danger. I'm actually saying that he is going to go before us. Okay, fine. Let's just pull them to the same point and do the attack. That's fine. Get the brute a lot of money, which is nice since the scoundrel will probably pick up the vast majority of it. Move 4, jump, attack 2, targeting all enemies, and we've got this, or balanced measure. Oh yeah, they make quite a nice combo. Because we could move 4, 6 with the boots to attack a lot of guys, because it's a fairly small room. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're probably down here though. It's probably just out of range. I might save these two for next turn. Let's just... I mean, I don't think they're going to be much of a challenge. Let's just do those. And flanking strike with throwing knives. So we can get in quite far and throw. Okay, they were closer than I thought. So we stay here. Should see they've got move 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2. Bandit Guard 11. Bandit Guard 3. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So they will both be able to reach and get an attack. If this guy had been a lower number, he would have moved 1, 2 into this space here to attack us, leaving this guard going second, unable to move 3 to be adjacent, but the order of their numbers actually both do an attack 1. I'm not too worried, so let's skip our movement. And 1, 2, don't know why I thought this guy was in range. I should have stepped 1 further in. Never mind, 1 attack. As I said, this is not a full difficulty scenario. This definitely is baby steps again. Okay. So let's use the boots. Obviously the optimal move would have been to kill this guy, but I want to use the trample balanced measure combo, which means let's just long rest with the scoundrel. Why not? That's frustrating though that they've done this. Because I can't get both of them, but we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then attack this guy. I mean, we could have finished that earlier, but that just seemed like a nice opportunity for that combo. Scoundrel was resting, that's fine, let's just get rid of a card. Doesn't make a difference. So I guess if we'd chosen the option to skip the story intro, we would have jumped in past this area. Oh, we made it there. Okay. That was all there was to it. Can we go back to Demon's Gate? Is there anything here? No. Yeah, we might have skipped past all this, which is a bit basic. It's a nice situation to be in. We do have ice infused. Hacking 3 isn't going to kill them all, but hack 2 at range 2 with disadvantage. Let's go for it. So I think you have to select it. Yeah, that's one thing which is easy to miss. It's glowing, you think, excellent, I'm doing this extra bonus, but you have to select it. Disappears here. Confirming targets. Couple of attacks with disadvantage. Oh, it's one attack with disadvantage. So let's... yeah, range 2, not attack 2 targets. Yeah, let's just try and kill one. We could move 2. And then we'd only be getting one attack. But that seems fine. I didn't even notice it told me to use the other one. Burn Freezing Nova. Yeah. So what have we got? Recover all your burn cards and... yeah. Shame this bottom action isn't a lost card, because we could get that done out of the way first. Because then that would immediately, after being used, go to our lost pile, and then we could get it straight back. But that will give us enough cards we can ignore. Okay, or he's just drawn a null. Strengthened, we want to go early. We've got darkness we can consume for an extra bonus on this, but I think we'll probably want to do Freezing Bolt to immobilize and move away since he's strengthened. Strengthened gives him advantage. Not sure we can hover over in case you weren't familiar with what it does. No, that's a shame. Can you get it here? No, I guess it's, again, you just have to know what strengthen means. I just figured out the hard way. He's going after us, so we can attack immobilize if he doesn't die, which he doesn't. But we will just move back. I think I'm going to just short rest again, because then on a 7 we really should be going first. No, let's attack first. If we kill him, we don't need to heal, and we can just get another coin. Nice. Let's take his. As the last survivor, his coin is worth exactly the same, but still, the body will still be warm. No one likes picking up cold coins off the floor. That's not pleasant. Yeah, here we go, Tinkerer. Now we're kicking. Yeah, let's just use a Tinkerer. I'll probably wrap up this video here, play around and try and get chat overlay and everything like that working so it pops up on top of the game I'm playing. And also the cricket's just about starting, so I will want to tune into that deciding game. Might jump back on just playing a video game or something while I'm listening. Something a little more just as a social stream. So if you do fancy swinging by and joining us, please do. Be nice to have the company. What does it want us to do? Heal and hit 3 living bones. So we've got an energizing tonic then, which is a big heal, and we'll go slowly and hope that they group up coming towards us for Ink Bomb. I mean, we could just use the healing potion. I wonder if that counts. But yeah, so they're going first. They're going to move. They should bunch up down towards us. How very kind of them. Why am I taking a damage? Am I? Have I got a condition? How do I see? Oh yeah. I have wound. So that happens before I heal, so let's definitely do this. But fortunately we're not poisoned. We will actually gain some hit points. The character not only recovers hit points, but loses the wound. Yes. Oh. Yeah, no, I do not know what I was doing, because they're both top actions. It definitely wanted us to do this. Never mind. This is what happens when you get distracted. Let's move to a little more in a corner. That'll do. Wonder, you didn't manage to hit 3 enemies? Never mind. Oh, okay. Oh, that feels embarrassing. Defeat. Meet the Tinkerer. Okay, so we want Ink Bomb and Toxic Bolt. And then we're using this. That's fine. They all come down. Do 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 do. Take our damage like a good little tink. Yes, I did notice. So the let's see. It was, yes, it's a bit awkward, but the full stop and comma buttons rotate the template round. Hopefully you can just see the highlighted area. So that's one thing that was really not explained. So if you're trying to hit, say, 1, 2, 3 here, there's no sort of logical way you can make it happen, but comma and full stop rotate that round. So we've got attack at range 2, but no one got close enough, so let's go for these guys. Shame, overkill on the weakest. We'll just move ourselves into the corner. Did you know you can rotate the shape of an area effect by pressing R? Oh, I didn't. I was using the other buttons. Let's short rest. Goodbye, Toxic Bolt. Yeah, that's fine. So net shooter. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. So let's just try the same. Okay, yeah, rotate just does it in one direction as well. one coin everywhere, isn't there? Yeah. The little guy does indeed pack a punch. The one frustrating thing with the Tinkerer is to get experience you're using your lost cards. There's no repeatable action you can do, unlike most classes, which will just give you a trickle of XP. But if you do find the right circumstance for his lost cards, they can do a lot of damage and give you some good XP. Investigate the undead horror as well, let's. Well, presuming main menu saves. What options do we have? Combat log. Oh, you can increase it partway through, that's nice. Alright, well, cheers for joining us along for this little, very basic introduction to Gloomhaven. Yeah, it's definitely changed since the last time I played. The graphics and UI look much improved. This story mode, the Guildmaster, I don't know why they've removed the old one, which you could just sort of jump into, but I guess it's probably going to progress into something fairly similar, but with more also added around it. We didn't see really anything about the merchant or what his role is going to be, but yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back to this and seeing how it plays out. But I will wrap this up here for now, and maybe catch you all soon for a little bit of a casual stream and chat. Take care, and bye for now.